Hi everyone, this is Sania. I am from 10th class. We eat various types of food which pass through the same digestive tract. It is also converted to substances small enough to be utilized by our body. This needs various processes that can be studied as follows. Passage of food through alimentary canal or gut. Food is cut and crushed by our teeth in the mouth and mixed with saliva to make it wet and slippery lump called bolus. This process is also called as mastication. This bolus is suitable to pass through esophagus. Saliva is secreted by 3 pairs of salivary glands. Saliva mainly contains an enzyme called amylase ptyalin which helps in the breakdown of complex carbohydrates to simple ones. This process of breaking down of complex substances into simple substances with help of enzymes and their absorption into the body is called as digestion. The tongue helps in mixing the food and pushing it into the next part. The lower jaw also helps in this process. We can find out the effect of salivary amylase on carbohydrates to observe what might be happening in our mouth. The soft food mixed with saliva passes through esophagus or food pipe by wave-like movements called peristaltic movements to the stomach. At the stomach, food gets churned with gastric juice and HCl, rendering the medium acidic. Now, the food is in semi-solid condition. The digestion of food goes on as most of the proteins are broken down into smaller molecules with the help of enzyme called pepsin. Food in the form of a soft slimy substance where some proteins and carbohydrates have already been broken down is called chyme. Now the food material passes from the stomach to the small intestine. Here the ring-like muscles called pyrolic sphincters relax to open the passage into the small intestine. The sphincters are responsible for regulating the opening of the passage such that only small quantities of the food material may be passed into the small intestine at a time. The small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal. Its proximal part is called as duodenum. It is the site of further digestion of carbohydrates, proteins and fats. It receives the secretion of liver and pancreas for this purpose. These juices render the internal condition of the intestine gradually to a basic or alkaline one. Fats are digested by converting them into small globule-like forms by the help of the bile juice secreted from the liver. This process is called as emulsification. Pancreatic juice secreted from pancreas contains enzymes like trypsin for carrying on the process of digestion of proteins and lipase for fats. Walls of the small intestine secrete intestinal juice which carry the process further, that is, small molecules of proteins are broken down the further smaller molecules The same is the condition with the fats carbohydrate digestion that started in the mouth and did not occur in the stomach. Resumes now as the medium gradually changes to an alkaline one and the enzymes become active for carbohydrate breakdown. Transport of the products of digestion from the intestine into blood is called absorption. Internally, intestinal wall has a number of finger-like projections called microvilli. The villi increase the surface area for absorption. Blood vessels and lymph vessels are present in the form of a network in the villi. Products of digestion are absorbed first into the villi and from here into the blood vessels and lymph vessels. Thus, after maximum absorption of food in the small intestine, the rest passes into the large intestine. Here, most of the water present is taken up from this material. This material is then expelled through the anus, which is the last part of the alimentary canal. This passage of undigested material from the body by the way of anus is called defication. Food that passes out of the anus still contains considerable amount of proteins, fats and carbohydrates, roughages or fibers of either carbohydrates or proteins. Thank you everyone.
If you need like this important matters, please subscribe my channel, like and share it. Thank you everybody.